Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee. If you guys are new here, if you are, make sure to subscribe and stay for the video. I am the owner of a small budgeting shop called Home the Brand, where I sell budgeting supplies, savings challenges, and budget binders and such as those things. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and check out my website. It is always linked in the description box. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be filling out our monthly budget and our calendar, our monthly spread for October. So this is actually September 28th when I'm doing this, and this is what I'd like to do at the end of every month to prepare myself for the next month. Right here you guys see all of my planner stickers, and these are all on my website if you're interested. And this is the new planner. If you guys watched my last video, you guys saw how I made this planner all from home along with my savings challenge book. So I have a number of different cover options that you can choose from and a number of inside the cover options that you can choose from. But this is me because I like minimal, bold on the front, drama, or design on the inside. But anyways, so I also, in that last video, I did do the flip through of this planner. So if you're interested, go and check that video out for what's in this planner. I haven't filled out the front yet because, like I said, I just made this. But you're going to have your financial goals 3, 6, 12 months. And then you're going to have 8 debt repayment trackers where you can put down all your debts, creditor, debt type, interest rate, limits, account number, starting balance, target payoff date, and then keep track of like your payment due dates and all the payments you make towards it. But anyways, I'm not going to go into that because, like I said, I already did it in the previous video. This planner is actually undated, but you do have 12 dashboards starting with January. Obviously, I'm not starting with January, so I'm going to go all the way to October. This is September. And here we are for October. Like I said, what we're going to be doing is filling out this page first, and then we're going to move into the actual monthly budget spread. Okay, first things first, I am going to write the month. Let's do this. You guys, I write on a slant. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I cannot write like this. Like, I have to write on a slant. And I don't know how neat this is going to be, so let's take this out. But October, already off to a bad start, but it's okay. October 2025. And because I don't really like my writing right now, I don't know what it is. I used to write so neat, and I think it's because I've gotten so used to like my iPad, which I don't really write too neat on my iPad. And just taking notes on my phone, I feel like I don't really practice my handwriting. Anyways, we're off topic. So I actually have the numbers already cut out here. So I'm going to use these. Just one moment. I need to grab my tweezers. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So these are the black tweezers. I was giving these out as freebies as they came in, and I only had a limited amount, but here we are. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the days of the month. If you guys see me looking up here, it's because I have my iPad in front of me. So let me just pull that up. And October starts on Wednesday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this back up so you can see the full month. Okay. So these stickers, everything that you see here, I make by myself at home, you guys, if you were curious. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to just hurry along and put the numbers in. All right, you guys, so I am all done with placing the numbers for the dates. Some of them, like, they just didn't go on too well. But what can I do? Like, yeah. And then I tried to lift this one up and it ripped. You know what? Let's move on. I have all the dates on here. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my paydays. So I'm going to use the payday icons. And this month I do get 3 paychecks, starting with the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th. So that's done. After that, I'm going to go right into my bills due. Okay. So I'm going to start by putting in the bill stickers for all the bills or payments that I have that come out for the month. So the first one is going to be on the 5th. We have one on the 8th. I need to stop saying we. It's obviously me. I have one on the 8th. I have on the 7th, because that actually is the gym. We have, why do I keep saying we? I have one on the 9th. The next payment isn't until the 15th. Oh, why is this? That's right, 15th. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a bill due on the 2nd. I usually pay it way before, so one on the 6th, sorry, on the 18th. I have one on the 19th, then the 22nd. Forgot the gym, because my gym is every 2 weeks. My phone, 23rd, 29th. And then, of course, there's the end of the month. This one not cut through. I guess that was an error, but yeah. The 31st, I have a couple due. I'm only going to put one sticker for the 31st. Oh, almost forgot. One on the 28th. And I have the 3rd. Okay. And I think that's it. So these are all the days that I have bills due, my paydays. That's all I'm going to do for now. I do have some of these savings icons, which, I mean, I'll put for paydays because I try to save a little bit each payday. So I could put those here. Those just let me know, hey, save some money. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each bill and write down what bill it is for. Okay, so starting with the 2nd, this is for one of my credit cards. So I'm just going to write that. The 3rd is one of my other credit cards. You guys, I'm not going to lie, I have 3 credit cards. One is strictly business, the other 2 is personal. One is closed, the other one is not. And I'm working on paying off all of them and only keeping one business and one personal. So yeah, I haven't really came on here and did a whole debt confession, but yeah, it's quite a bit. Anyways, on the 5th is Anytime. That's my mailbox, my online mailbox. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it. It's a lot easier for me to write. So I'm just going to write Anytime. On the 7th, I have gym, my gym membership. The 8th, I have Canva. I'm going to be going back and forth, but anyways. The 9th, I have Amazon Prime. The 15th, I have Netflix. You guys, I so badly want to cancel Netflix, but I'm a wrestling girly and everything comes on Netflix, so how am I supposed to get rid of it? On the 18th, I have my Cricket subscription. On the 19th, I have Shopify. The 21st will be gym, because that's every 2 weeks. The 22nd will be Kindle Unlimited. All right, Kindle. I'm a big reader and I can't be without Kindle Unlimited because I cannot buy physical copies right now. I'm addicted to Kindle Unlimited. The 23rd is going to be my phone bill. The 28th of the month is going to be CapCut. That's what I use to edit my videos. The 29th is going to be my Apple Music. Actually, yeah, it's Apple Music. Yeah. And then the end of the month is going to be a few things. We have rent, student loans. I have my life insurance. And I have one of my account fees. Okay. So that's going to be it for the monthly spread. That's how that looks for me. So now we're going to move right into doing the monthly budget A and B, C, and D. This is where you're going to budget for your incomes, your fixed, various expenses, debt, sinking funds, and savings challenges. I'm going to start over here with the income. I've been sick, so I know the first few pays aren't going to be that much. So what I'm going to budget for is just going to be the first income of this month is going to be 1,000. I'm going to do both of them. It will probably be more, but I'm just going to round it to 1,000 just cuz. And then for income number 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 14. Okay. So in total, I really did not need a calculator for this, but hey, we're going to say 3,400. And this is just my full-time expenses. This has nothing to do with my small business. So my small business income either goes to paying for inventory, savings, or paying off extra debt. I don't really budget for it until it comes in because it changes every month. So we're just going to be doing my full-time job. So expenses, what I like to do is a lot of like my personal expenses. For variable, it's going to be business related. I just like to separate it that much. Or that way, it's not really fixed and variable. For me, it's just like personal and business. So, of course, you could do it however you want, but this is just how I separate those bills and expenses. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Netflix. Don't ask me why. It's just that way. Gym, phone bill, Apple Music, student loan, life insurance, rent, and one of my account fees. Okay. Variable expenses, like I said, is going to be like my business. So we're going to start with Shopify. That's my website. Anytime mailbox. Amazon Prime. Canva. Cricut. CapCut. Kindle. I don't know why I have it under here, but it should actually be on this side. And that's what we're going to leave for variable. And then for debt, We have Visa, MasterCard, Numero Uno, and MasterCard Numero Dos. Número, Numero Dos. Anyways, I don't know why I was saying it like that. It's fine. Okay. I'm not gonna do savings yet. It's sticking funds because like I said, that's change. Anyways, so for Netflix, we're just gonna say how much it is. What I normally pay for Netflix is $21.46. Like, I could be saving this, but I'm not gonna get into it. The gym membership, if it's, I pay for both me and my mom, which I think hers is right now frozen, but I'm gonna unfreeze it so she can go back. And what I do is I pay $70.04, I believe, every 2 weeks. So in total, that's $140.08. Yeah, I know it's a lot. My phone bill, I have not paid off my phone yet, so I'm still paying for my phone and my watch plus the plans. So in total, it's $199.89. I'm hoping to like pay this all off. It's technically going to be paid off in April since I got it for my birthday 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. But I want to pay it all off by the end of the year, hopefully, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyways, that's that. Apple Music is $19.20. My student loan actually is like, I signed up for the repayment assistance program, and I think it's like $4 that I will be paying. It's $4 and change. I'm just gonna write $4 until I can confirm. But yeah. Life insurance stays the same. It's $11.50. Rent, what I'm paying is, I split my rent, you guys, so this is not just, yeah, my rent's split. But in total, I want to pay, I'm going to up how much I give to $900. And then one of my account fees is only like $3.95. So I'm going to Shopify. Shopify without my shipping is $57.63. Then I add whatever shipping after on top of that. They're billed together. Anytime is going to be $11.46. Amazon Prime is $11.29. Canva is $16.99 because I pay monthly. Cricut is, let's just double check Cricut because some of these actually went up. Oh, still the same. $14.68. CapCut is $15.24. And then I can't even speak. And then Kindle Unlimited is $11.29. And now what I want to budget for my cards. So one thing about me, or one thing about my credit card payments, is I was smart enough, because I was sick, I was limited to how much work I could do throughout the year and how much I was getting paid. So I called them and I let them know. And what they did was they were able to, when my Visa, they were able to put me on a 1-year plan that reduces my interest rate significantly from 20+% down to 5.99%, you guys. So I'm on that for a whole year. So the interest, that is not a lot of interest that I'm gaining on that card. So that's amazing. So if I continue to make my full pays these next few months, I can throw on so much money onto these cards and I will be able to finally see them go down, because these 2 cards, they're very high. Very, very, very high. Maybe one day I'll do a whole debt confession, but you'll see why, based on how much money I'm putting onto them, you'll know that the balance is quite high. But anyways, so for the Visa this month, just because I'm limited, because the first 2 paychecks are going to be a little bit low, my budget is going to be $200. If I can do more, I will gladly do more. My MasterCard has to stay the same, because now again with my MasterCard, this one's closed, but I still have to pay it off. And in order for me to get on that low interest rate of 5.99 as well, I needed to keep up with a certain payment amount. by a certain date, and that is $610. That is a lot of my income, and that is why money is the way it is. um, but I kind of depend on, yes, my full-time, but also my business to bring in extra money to cover a lot of other things. So for those that shop with me, you guys, I greatly appreciate you guys, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you all. But we're gonna leave it at that. And the second MasterCard, which is my business MasterCard, $50. This is much on there, but I put $50 on there anyways. So what I'm going to do now is just add this all up, total it, and then see what we're working with. So 2146 plus 140.08 plus 199.89, 1920, $4, 1150, 900, 395. That's already 1,308 cents. Take that away from the 3,400. I'm left with $2,099.92. Moving over to various expenses, or my business expenses. Also with the business expenses, I tend to use the money that I make for my business to cover this, but since I know that these are a given, I just throw them in with my personal, like my 9 to 5 income. And then, like I said, everything else that I make from my business is savings, it's debt, and it goes back into the business. So yeah. I don't know why. I just do it that way, you guys. I have no explanation. I just do it that way because I like to see everything covered first, knowing it is covered. I have the money coming from my full-time job, and I don't have to depend on the business to cover everything, if that makes sense. Let's quickly do this. So 5763, 1146, 1129, 1699, 1468, 1520, 24, 1129. That leaves me, or that total is 138.58. Take that away from the 2099.92, leaves me with 1961 and 34 cents. And then lastly is the debt. So 200 plus 610 plus 50 is $860. Take that away from, what did I say it was? The 1961.34 leaves me with 1101.34. Now that's not what's really left for me to play with, because what I'm going to be doing is I owe my mom some money. So what I'm going to do is take out what I owe. Also, I already have a rent payment here that's going to be for the next month. But since I'm getting paid on the 1st, that's going to cover the rent for this month. So October 1st, that's the rent that I have to pay. I have to take some money out of that to pay for rent as well. So even though you see 1101.34 here, it's not my final number, but I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to confuse you guys. But that would be basically how you guys would fill out your calendar spread and the monthly budget spread. I hope that made sense to you guys, and I hope you guys do this to make sure that you guys keep on track with all of your bills and everything. I do this, like I said, I do this every month at the end of the month to prepare for the next month, so I do not miss any of my payments. That's what this monthly spread looks like. What I would do every paycheck though was I'll break it down even further, and I would break it down and say, hey, this paycheck I made so and so amount, and I'm paying this bill, I'm paying this bill, I'm paying that debt. But I'll show you guys how this works another time. I just wanted to quickly show you guys how this worked. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys grab yourself a planner if you guys don't already have one, or some planner stickers, and you guys sit down there and you actually fill out your budget. Hope you guys subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.